Hi everyone, this is Robin. It's been forever and I know that, and I'm sorry and I have no excuses. I'm going to try to get this video done. This is like my 14th video, and not really, but I stink at doing these, and there's a reason why there are people like Ed from Reinventing Ed who do what they do for a living. So anyway, the rest of us are just kind of, well, at least I am, just, yeah, definitely lacking in this department. So let me get to the numbers. First was August 23rd, 6 months ago as of yesterday. I had gastric bypass, RNY, and I was 257 when I started this journey. Then I was 221 when I had the day of surgery, and today, or as of Monday, I was 157.5. So I'm this close to being 100 pounds lost, and I'm so excited about that. I just am thrilled, and it hasn't been all easy. I've had a few issues with as far as keeping some food down. The doctor thinks that I might have what's called a stricture, and I don't have any problem with liquids going down, but with some foods, and it's not just some foods, it's foods, but there's no real rhyme and reason. I mean, I know obviously there's going to be foods that don't agree with me, like breads, or definitely pasta. Pasta is basically glue. It's not going to go down. At least not for me. It just isn't. I was doing well with it in the very beginning, and it just, as I was healing, it just did not go very well. But what I can eat today, I may not be able to eat tomorrow and keep down. So there's just really no rhyme or reason. And I'm sorry that I look like my camera's up on my ceiling, but I'm holding it with my arm, which my arm is propped up on a gazillion pillows. So, I am having an endoscopy on March 29th, and they will go in and, because I have had no problem with liquids, they did an upper GI and said everything looked fine. But then again, like I said, I have had no problems with liquids. And so they're going to go in and do an endoscopy. I'm not really loving the idea of going under again. But, you know, if something can be done, then that would be great. One of my fears is that I'll come out of it and they'll say, I don't know, we didn't really see anything. It looks okay. Which would be a bummer. But for anyone who's looking into this surgery, it's not such a bummer that I would not do the surgery over again. It's not a common thing. It is not uncommon, but it is definitely not common. It doesn't happen to most people, and it's definitely doable. And if I truly have a stricture, then it's definitely fixable. So just to give you an idea, Thanksgiving, sat down and had a little tiny bit of ham and a little tiny bit of turkey with plenty of gravy on it, just to make sure that it was really moist. And I had the dark turkey meat. And then after everyone had their food, and you know, I mean, it's kind of anticlimactic anymore to eat. We're just kind of, you know, kind of sitting there. But it definitely showed me the other side of socializing while I'm eating instead of being just food focused. So afterwards, sat there for 3 hours, and I turn into like, I don't know if you guys know what this is, but I'm sure you do. A hagfish. Really gross things. They look kind of like a little skinny eel, and they produce, their defense mechanism is to produce a massive amount of mucus. And so if I were to grab one, I would probably drop it because it just emits this ton of mucus, and it seems to be never ending. And in fact, it's not uncommon for the predators who are trying to get the hagfish and eat them to actually choke and die on their mucus. Lovely, lovely thought. I have turned into a hagfish. Thank goodness I don't emit it on the outside of my body, but when I swallow something and it's not going down, I'll show you. It's like for Thanksgiving. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Again, I'm no Ed. So I swallow it. It comes down here. It feels like it's sitting right there. And it feels like I've got air about right there. And it feels like there's just tons of air and it's all this pressure, and I can't burp the air up, I can't get the air up, and the food won't go down. And so all of a sudden the hagfish turns on, and I don't have just spit, I don't have just saliva, it's definitely thick, mucusy kind of stuff. And so I have to have paper towels, and I'm constantly, if I think that, and I'll sit there and do this to my chest, and if I think something is about to come up, like air, hoping that air comes up, I'm typically wrong. I typically have this hagfish stuff come up. And thank goodness I've got a paper towel or tissues. And so anyway, 3 hours later, I still had the food stuck right there. And all it took was one sip of water, and it all came up, which, as you know, if you've had this surgery, it all consists of just a few bites that you've chewed really well, and that's it. So it's not like before where, it all would have meant lots of stuff. So, although it's not fun, if that was the worst thing that happened and that wasn't corrected, if that couldn't be corrected, I would learn how to deal with it. I would just make sure I had toothbrush and toothpaste with me everywhere I went. And, but I'm hoping that, they'll find something. And my sister, who had this 3 years ago, she said that she hasn't experienced that. She does dump on different things, but that's dumping, and I have dumped, and it's very different. This is just not going anywhere. So, did I already tell you the numbers? I'm so confused with all these videos that I'm trying to do. So there's 257 in the beginning, in case I didn't give you the numbers. 257 was 221 day of surgery, and 6 months later, I am 157.5. I think I said that, but anyway. Things are going really, really well. I feel fantastic. Even though I have that irritation, with the hagfish thing. Nobody wants to be a hagfish. They're really disgusting. But even though I have that, it's really not that big of a deal. And I would definitely do this surgery again in a heartbeat. So it's really not that big of a deal. But I'll keep you posted. I have surgery on March 29th, if I haven't already mentioned that. And that's it. I'd like to thank a few people for kind of, calling out or poking me with a stick and making sure that I'm still alive and breathing. Yehuda, thank you very much. You're such a doll. And thank you for reaching out to me and making sure I'm still alive. Karla with a K. I don't know your channel name. I'm sorry. For whatever reason, I'm just not thinking clearly right now. But you have a little girl, an adorable little girl. And Carla's husband is in the military, and either he has come home already or he's soon to come home. She also has a son. Carla from Cthesunshine. Carla and I text message each other, and she just looks incredible and just such a beautiful person inside and out. And Ed, thank you so much from Reinventing Ed. You're great. I love your videos. I wish I could be as talented as you. But I guess we all can't be talented in that area. So, anyway, thank you very much for checking on me and making sure I'm okay. And I'm doing really well, and I'll keep you posted. Okay? Take care, everyone. Mwah. Bye.